Here we go, folks. Third period action from the second and final game of the day here at the St. Paul's School Thanksgiving Jamboree between Tabor and St. Paul's. St. Paul's has been held off the score sheet by the goaltending duo of Brandon Sherman and Kyle Meyer. For Tabor, they've shut the door. It's 3-0 here, and Tabor will begin the period on the power play. James Orr is in the box for a trip. Still 1 minute and 25 seconds to go in that minor to Orn. Charlie Murphy, 3 goals allowed. He's in net for St. Paul's and has, in my opinion, grown better as the game's gone on. He made some good stops at the end of the second period and looks to pin down Tabor here in the third and give his team a shot to make it back in this hockey game. And he's kept it close. I'll say that about Charlie. St. Paul's still very much in this. They got to kill this penalty first. Tabor has yet to score on the power play. They are 0-4-3, and this is their 4th opportunity, and they begin it at the top of the point. Constantino. This puck is on the stick of Morgan Winters, and up top again. Winters now, he gets a wrist shot off, and Murphy might have got a piece of it. Either way, the rebound goes all the way down and around. You see in that left corner there, a bunch of black shirts. That is the Groton team getting ready for their 6:15 start time game against Taft. That will be right after this. As Tabor carries into the zone right now below Charlie Murphy's cage. All the way around, they move it. Dumas with a good stick play. He actually knocked the Tabor Seawolves down and shot it all the way down the ice. Tabor will wind things up from their own end. Going with a bit of speed here is Morgan Winters. He gets into the zone, gets around Dumas too, goes flying into the boards. Winters outside, and then up top the pass was from Dew. Chip back in deep. Dumas is the first on the puck. Dew is in the corner as well. Chopped up by Schubert, and he will get it out. 2 seconds and then 1. This power play for Tabor is over officially. They are 0-for-4 on this one. Getting a few chops in there was, I believe that was Russell. Upine, no penalty called there. Here comes St. Paul. Acad going in. Orn with a hard shot, and it's swallowed up by Kyle Meyer. Meyer 6'2", 185, not a small guy. He came in about, I'd say 3/4 of the way through that second period. The starter for Tabor was Brandon Sherman. He shut out the Pellies, and Meyer has taken over since then. Puck ends up on the stick of Blake Bartel. He's got a goal. He shot it in, and now we'll head up on the forecheck as St. Paul's moves up and ahead. Orn couldn't get across his own blue line, and now tracking back for it is Alex Levine. Levine took his man down, played along the boards. Green, and now Acad trying to find it. John Acad lost the puck. It's turned over at the blue line. Tabor trying to turn in. What a good stick check there by Acad. Sees Ty Green go the other way. In low here is Green. Puck will come back. Levine make a sprawling effort for it. 3 red jerseys were on the ice in some way, shape, or form. And one of them must have been a trip. You can deduce that. And we do have a penalty call upcoming. And 3 guys are on the ice. The chance of one of them being down or felled illegally are pretty high. And St. Paul's will head to the power play. Tripping minor to Tabor. St. Paul's didn't have any opportunities in the second period for their power play, but went 0-for-2 in the first. On the wall is Flinton. He works it around with McElhaney, and then up top. That's Sullivan. Puck goes off a stick of maybe Halliday into the middle where Tabor defender is standing to shoot it down the ice. McElhaney will head back for 15:07 on the clock. Here in period 3 and 1:33 to go in the power play. Up ice is Bussey. Bussey carrying towards the middle. Just got away from him. Kept in by McElhaney, or maybe he didn't keep it in. Trying to get back onside is Halliday. He was late coming out of the zone. McElhaney again. He'll come in with Flinton in close quarters to his right. He'll shoot it in deep. Going for it is Halliday, but swung on around by Tabor, and it got it by Jake Sullivan and out. Shot down by Tabor here. Less than a minute to go now on the power play, and some good work in below the goal line by Connor Tobin. He's got 2 goals, and he's got the puck. Great penalty killing by Tobin. He had 10 points last year, Tobin did. He's got 2 in this one. Turnover by Murphy to Tobin in behind the goal. Dumas had to steal it back. There's Max Dumas, slows up, put it off the back skate of Charlie Culver out there. Dumas again, taking a look around. He feeds Culver. He stopped up as he hit the scorer's table, and I don't think his teammates were prepared for that. Culver out there on a line with Stoddard and Frechette, the 2 freshmen. Gonna give it a power play time. And a power play that's about to be over. Centered in front of the net. Look out. Jake Cady with an opportunity to head to the cage, and it didn't go for him. And now Owen Stadheim will wind it up from his own blue line. Coming off the bench there is Schubert. Stadheim got fouled, and in comes, looked like Clendenin Stewart, and his shot went high. And now here goes Owen Stadheim the other way. He'll drop it off. Fitz Frechette back in for Stadheim. Stadheim in front of the net. He's trying to hit Schubert coming in from the line, and it did not go for him. Stewart will put it up, and I thought it went off the glass. It actually went on the other side of the glass, and you can figure that one out. That's out of play. You don't want the puck on the other side of the glass. Can't really play hockey over there. Face-off will come in front of the St. Paul's bench, which is where that puck out of play occurred. Or occurred near, I should say. In the vicinity of. Tabor forces a turnover here. Here comes Dew. He centered it. And Schubert got in the way of that. He'll put it up off the glass and send Simpson going. Eric Simpson. Good speed there by Picard to get back as Simpson was heading up. And this puck pops up in the air. Picard and Simpson collided. Rather, that wasn't Picard. I apologize. He was the one playing the puck. Deflects, bounces, and bumbles in on goal. Kyle Meyer seeing how the puck's been jumping around here on this shift. And he's going to cover it up. I want to say take no chances because I love that phrase so much, but it's a little cliche, and I've used it about 8 times already, I think. That's the thing. When you do 2 hockey games in a day as a broadcaster, you feel like you're repeating yourself. And you shouldn't, because your goal is to never say the same sentence in a broadcast. But when you do 2, it's you kind of sometimes feel like you're saying the same thing over and over. If you do, you're probably doing something wrong, which I very well may be. But here's Bryson Russell out in center ice. The line of Stadheim, Schubert, and Simpson's out there right now. The 3 S's cutting towards the middle there was Cady. He couldn't get a wrist shot off. Tying up his man was Simpson, and here goes Schubert. Joe Schubert, wrist shot, rebounds deflected to the glass, and Simpson's there first. He shoots it. It is once again knocked off the stick of Meyer. Schubert back to the line. Here comes a hard wrist shot by McElhaney, and it was blocked aside. That'll get a few cheers from the Tabor bench. A heroic effort there. 11:30 to play here in the third period. It's still 3-0. St. Paul's has to score if they have any hope in coming back in this one. They also got to prevent a few goals. And here comes Cady. He snuck it through the slot and out the other side. Here comes Green. Ty Green trying to move it up the boards. Instead it goes to the middle of the ice. And here goes John Sacklad. Sacklad cutting in on the right circle. Orn in low. Sacklad kicking it ahead. He's by himself right now. Green helping him out. He knocked that puck down with a high stick. No call down that one, and we play on. Sacklad wrister and deflected up and out of play. It'll get the netting, and the faceoff will come inside the zone. The 3 seniors, actually all 5 seniors. All 5 players on the ice are seniors, and they line up Orne, or St. Paul's it is, and they line up Orne for a special play. If Green can win the draw, he was lined up almost behind Ty, looking for the shot. Didn't work out for him. There's a shot from Riley Drew, or rather, sorry, that was McElady. Drew was on the right point. That was McElady, the captain, who lined up that shot. It went wide. And now, a chance! Stopped by Murphy. Rebound, too. And that was pushed wide. Ryan Dew was in there. Tabor in the offensive zone still. That shot deflected off of Connor Tobin, who's looked increasingly better as this game's gone on. Tabor working in the offensive zone. Tobin gives it off, and now it's Dew catching and receiving. He tries to center it. Drew got in the way of that. Not Drew, not Dew. Say those names quickly, get them a little bit confused. Shot drifting through. It's on the goal line, and it is in. I don't think it was even tipped. It beats Charlie Murphy 5-hole and just barely skitters on the line. I don't even know if the puck completely crossed. Murphy getting a few reassuring taps from his teammates after that one goes in, and that one is 4-0 Tabor. That's a tough one to see trickle in behind Charlie Murphy. Probably one he'll want to have back when this one's all said and done with. This will be icy against Tabor. Dumas goes back for it. He'll probably want the one in the second period back as well, with his back to the play and the rebound poked home behind him after he didn't know where the puck was. Those are tough ones for any goalie to see go in the net. 9:43 here to play. A shot and a save. Dubas had that one on goal from the top of the left circle. Right in front of the Tabor bench. Play seeming a bit quieted here in this third period. We saw a few scrums after the whistle and some wild hits in the first and second periods, but third period a bit tame so far. Hesitant to center that puck was Guillaume Deere. He had a man in front. I think it was Flinton. Guillaume Deere out there with Flinton and I think Bussy. Penalty upcoming here to Tabor, by the way, and roughed up is Dumas once again. And he doesn't like it. He's asking for another penalty. Quick and furious to the box is Morgan Winters. I didn't catch the call. But Winters is the penalized player. So St. Paul's gets another opportunity on the power play. I think it's safe to say that if they even want to think about making a comeback here with 9:11 to play in the third, they got to score on this PP. And here's Sweet. He's going to do that. Or try to do that, I should say. Simpson very nearly did. I don't know if I heard the post or Kyle Meyer got over for that one. I think Meyer made the save. But there might have been a little ding in there, too. This puck comes back for Sweet. He fed the pass to Simpson. Now it's Schubert in that same area. Simpson's in the middle. Schubert takes a shot, and it was stopped by Meyer. Rebound goes to the board. Schubert plays it back in deep. Simpson trying to go around for Stadheim. Just trickled off his stick. Schubert wasn't too hard or strong on the puck, I should say, in that corner there. And Tabor finds it and gets it down the ice. Look out, that puck in front of the net. There goes Schubert for Harrison Sweet on the right side. He'll gain the line and flip it in. The blue line, of course. Not dumping and chasing on the power play, Harrison was. It's given away by Stadheim, and once again, Tabor will take this puck away and shoot it in deep. Connor Tobin, the penalty killer that rung that one down the ice. Goes Good kill so far for Tabor. They've been strong all night. Not only have they kept St. Paul's off the score sheet in the power play, they've kept them off the score sheet in the goal column. It is 4-0 now on the goal by Chris Picard. Good work there by Katie to center the puck. I don't know if you regularly do that on a penalty kill, though. That'll start St. Paul's breakout. You might have been better off just to keep the puck in the corner. It's not going to matter, though. Tabor sends it back down again. Another pass miss. That was Culver. He's going to try to pick it up in front of the scores table. He got caught up, though. Coming in is Levine. He's offside. I'm not sure who was offside. Levine didn't look like he was offside. Maybe the St. Paul's player handling the puck. That would be Culver, or maybe one of the players who got tangled up. Was the one. Tabor won that neutral zone draw and shut it down the ice. That should do it for the St. Paul's power play, I think. 7 seconds remaining in it. Maybe one last rush here. Culver is going to come in. He lost control of the puck as he gained the blue line. Frechette going in for it as well. Tabor gets it up and gets it out. We're back to 5-a-side and 7 minutes to play here in the third. St. Paul's trailing by 4. Mike Stoddard will start away. He's got Frechette up ice a bit. Stoddard bodied off the puck by the other number 16 on the ice, Clendenin Stewart. He's wearing the Tabor jersey. Stoddard 16 in red. Swinging at that puck is Dumas. He missed it, and he's gonna have to go back for it, I should say. Here's Green up and ahead. He missed Frechette there. He's gonna have to hustle to catch up with it. Icing is waved off, though. So we continue to play. Tabor in their own end, causing some havoc there is Green on the bouncing puck. And he got hammered from behind, looking around for a penalty call, and none made. That puck off the stick of Drew, and Tabor's going to take over. The drop pass, though, right out of the stick of Orn. He'll start Sacklad the other way. Sacklad with Orn going to the middle. Here's Drew now, zips it across. Wrister by Dumas. Rebound was there. Loose in the paint. They bang away. Green had a hack. Sacklad had a hack. They're still pounding on the doorstep, and Meyer holds the line. And then Meyer hopping on Ty Green, who's down after the play. He was pushed to the ice and now is yelling at the official how there was no penalty against Tabor on the play. He was pushed to the ice and then hopped on by the goaltender. And laughing in his face there is Ryan Dew. He thinks Green's antics are hysterical. Then Green takes a shot at Kyle Meyer. Ty looks like he's about to lose it over there, and I don't know if he's skating to the box. It would certainly make sense if he is, though. I think it's only going to be a Tabor penalty. And that is what the Seawolves player is contesting. He cannot be the only guy going to the box off this. That's what Gary Dedina is too, but 2 players are stepping into the box. And so far, no St. Paul's guys. And it doesn't look like there's going to be. Number 10 for Tabor. Unfortunately, he's one of the players that's not on my roster, as I spoke about earlier in the game. And he's not on the rosters. I did check the programs that they hand out here. He's not on that roster either. Though it's not just me, I promise you. It's not me. But he's the one who is going to go to the box, and he's been assessed actually a game misconduct because also in with him is Ryan Dew, who's serving an extra penalty, it looks like. Unless Dew is getting a penalty of his own, which is what's up on the scoreboard now. And it's going to be a 5-on-3. Out of that scrum, somehow, no St. Paul's penalties and 2 Tabor penalties. And St. Paul's will get an opportunity on the 5-on-3 to get back in this game. A more glorious opportunity than ever. They had a 5-on-3 in the earlier game versus Taft and could not convert. Shot by Sacklad. That puck went up and out of play. We're going to have a face-off in the O-zone for SPS here. They're trying to figure out who tipped it up and out of play, and I think they're just going to have the face-off in the zone just to be safe. So we'll do this one again. Sacklad had the shot, and he got up into the netting. 5:46 to play. That's still plenty of time. It is a 4-0 game. St. Paul's needs roughly a goal every minute and change. Here's Sullivan. He dishes off. Bryson Russell stepping in. Scores! It was deflected in front. I don't know if it'll be Russell's goal, but St. Paul's is on the board. It didn't take them long either. Just 23 seconds into the 5-on-3, and Russell's wrister finds the back of the net. If it is Russell's goal, it is the first high school, or I shouldn't say high school, the first New England prep school point for two St. Paul's players. Jake Sullivan would get the assist, and Russell would get the goal. St. Paul's will remain on the power play for 1:32, but it's not a 5-on-3 as they think they took number 10 out of the box. There goes Halliday. He gets bodied hard, but manages to carry the puck into the zone with a good fleet of feet. Or with some fleet, I guess, with fleet feet. Yes, Halliday was fleet of feet. We can put it that way. Puck back to the line here from Flinton to Russell. And then Flinton again. He was looking for Russell, the puck bouncing, and it comes out of the zone. As we got deflected, a telegraph there, Flinton's pass was. The ill-advised one. Russell, no looker off the boards. That'll get St. Paul's in. 50 seconds to go in the power play and 4:49 in this game. Russell, another shot. Why not? And that one was kicked aside by Meyer. Tabor finds the puck, and it's pushed all the way down the ice by Chris Picard. Murphy will start back Russell again. Off the boards, he just missed JT Halliday, and it's flinged, fired like a gun. Down by Tabor. Bryson Russell getting the instruction to hold the puck behind the net from head coach Dan Murphy, and he did that for a bit. And now St. Paul's will go ahead, and getting in here is Schubert. He tried to execute the cross-ice pass, but he had to go through a couple of white jerseys and never made it there. And now in behind the defense for only a minute is Jake Cady. St. Paul's got back to guard him, and here they come. 6 seconds to go in the power play. Schubert a drop pass, a rich shot from the line. Simpson was in front. He got a piece of it and stopped by Meyer. Look out at the line. Backlane, he was able to keep it in for a moment after coming right out of the penalty box, was due to take the puck away, or attempt to at least. He eventually did take that puck away. Here's Schubert, a nice swerve move. He'll dish it off in time, and is it going to be a 3-on-1? Simpson waiting, shooting. He tried to pick the far corner up top right over the Blacker side and missed. He had Stadheim with him, and behind the play, coming in was Sullivan, I think. Or maybe Halliday, 18 or 19. Standing up his man there was Sweet. 3:16 to go, and puck is in front. Great stop by Murphy with the leg. Puck still loose, a swinging shot from the knees. Missed wide of the cage. Tabor trying to get that goal back, putting on a bit of pressure here. That wrister from went wide. Another player, by the way, I don't know the name of, 17. He going to the goal, too, and the black-hander. Murphy got a piece of it. 2:51 to play. St. Paul's has 3 goals to recover, and now it's 4! That's the hat trick. Connor Tobin with a shrug of his shoulders has 3 on the night. He puts it up top corner over Charlie Murphy. His 3rd goal of the game. And they do make up that ground. It's 5-1. He did get better as the game went on, I'm telling you. Tobin with 3. And Tabor with 5. St. Paul's just the 1. And that puts the nail in the coffin, I think it's safe to say, 4 goals in 2:20 is tough to do. Levine and Frechette say, why not try, though? They're up there right now, and playing this puck back is Culver. Over for Drew, and then Drew into the zone. Icing immediately waved off after it took a deflection. Up there, Fitz Frechette. It's played to the middle by Tabor, and they'll take it there. Nice flip pass, and away goes Jake Marshall. Jack Marshall cut into the middle. He ripped a shot, and then got dumped after the play. As soon as he got that shot off, he was pelted. I think Riley Drew maybe got him. I'm not sure. 1 minute and 40 seconds to play here in this third period, and it looks like it's going to be Tabor, folks, who's going to advance to 2-0 in their first 2 games of this Jamboree icing called here against the Seawolves. 89 seconds on the clock. The big story in this one, Connor Tobin's hat trick. The junior in this game has almost as many goals as he did the entire regular season last year. He had 4 goals there, and he has 3 here. Unfortunately for Tobin, it's not, I don't think it's going to go on the stat sheet. We mentioned they're all scrimmages here. Highly contested, intense, yes, yes, and yes. Or yes and yes, actually, just 2. but nonetheless, they are not counted games. Look out! Gotta get your eyes up at all times, folks, here in the stands. No netting, and this puck is out of play. Maybe one final face-off in this one. Off to the left of Kyle Meyer. He's allowed the only goal in the net for Tabor. Acad finishes his check into the wall there. Up comes Clendenin Stewart. Stewart moving to the inside. He goes hard into the post. After once again he drove to the net and he drove to the net and trying to pull up and cut inwards, blew a gasket. He's gone hard into the net twice now. We're going to get another face-off, by the way. 8 seconds, 8.5, no, 7.5 elapsed since that last draw. This one, St. Paul's wins. Dumas will drop it off. McAlady. And then Dumas again up and ahead. Getting in there is Flinton. Here goes Cooper Flinton to the goal. And it's stopped by Kyle Meyer. I think that puck was on edge there for Coop. Bouncing around on the stick. He still got the shot off. And it was a good one. It was right into the number 30 on Kyle Meyer's jersey, the chest protector area. Tabor has of course, Tabor across the front and then the number right below it. Similar to St. Paul's, just in an entirely different jersey format, but the lettering is, I guess, somewhat the same. Striping and color, obviously, are different. Look out in front! Coming in was Holiday, wide alone, and Meyer didn't even see him. Dumas is going to take a penalty here after he came up from the opposing red line to lay a hit. We just can't get out of this game. 16 seconds to go. Dumas to the box for charging, I believe is going to be the call. I can almost hear what's coming out of the referee's mouths over there. Why'd you do that? As Dumas is ushered to the box, and he will take a seat for the remaining 16 seconds in this one. And the face-off will be to the right of Charlie Murphy. Both teams will be in action tomorrow. Tabor will play Taft at 10 a.m. And then here's one more chance and one more goal. With 9 seconds on the clock, Tabor bangs home another one, and it is 6-1. They are making some noise. A power play goal for Jack Marshall. He tucks in around Charlie Murphy. And if it wasn't in the books before, it is in the books now. I'll just continue on with my sentence. Both teams will play tomorrow. Tabor will take on Taft. They will be undefeated here in the Jamboree. And St. Paul's winless. 0-2. They will take on Groton. Groton Taft will meet at 6:15. But we'll see you tomorrow, folks. St. Paul's searches for their first win of the season. They go down here to Tabor 6-1. Your final score. My name is Ryan Murphy, signing off for St. Paul's School Hockey. We'll see you tomorrow, 12:15 against Groton.